Hey guys, Jay up here, and today I'm bringing you another episode of MOAB on every map, and today's map is Village. Now, I've changed my setup a little bit. I'm actually running with a submachine gun this time. I'm using the MP7 silenced with kick, sleight of hand, hardline, dead silence, and then I do move into quick draw, scavenger pro, and assassin pro. Now, this gameplay was kind of unintentional. When I started getting closer to the higher point streaks within the specialist, noticing I was getting towards the MOAB a little bit, I just started to be a little bit more defensive, a little bit more campy, I guess you could say. Also, I tried to stay away from my team, because in my mind, if you're going for a MOAB, and this is in kill confirmed, so the game mode and the spawns are really random, what I would suggest you doing, if you're skilled enough, stay away from your team. Try to go opposite of where they're at. Say they're controlling the right side of the map. Take the left side, see if you can pull up a flank, and see if you can just take out the enemy a lot, because that's what I did in this video. I tried to flank the enemy non-stop, or I tried to form a spawn trap when I didn't have any teammates around me. So I've been watching a lot of MOAB videos lately, and I've been seeing all these different commentators try to say that there's this special class for you to get a MOAB. Use this class, it'll get you a MOAB easily. Now, my opinion, I don't think that's how it works. I think the class setup to get you a MOAB is the thing you're most comfortable with. Yes, specialist is more likely needed to do this, but when it comes down to primary and secondaries, try to pick the primary that you are most comfortable with, by which I mean the one you use the most, the one that you can kill a lot of people with, that just feels right in your hands. I mean, mine was the ACR, and sometimes I'll vary it up. I'll shift to the M4A1, maybe a submachine gun every so often to see if I can get a MOAB. But typically, if I go back to the ACR silence, that is the gun I've been getting most of my MOABs with, and that's the one I've been getting closer to more MOABs with, is the ACR. That's the gun I'm most comfortable with. And then the commentators try to go in and say that there's specific perks you gotta use. That is also up to you. It's what you feel comfortable. Like, I feel comfortable using either hardline or quick draw as my first, and then going into the opposite of whatever I'm using, and then scavenger and assassin, because the way I like to think is by the third point streak I'm running out of ammo. I have to be able to pick more up, so I run with scavenger, and I put assassin on as the fifth because I want to feel as if I'm earning assassin rather than just getting it right off the bat or starting with it. That way I'm actually have a feeling of I'm not being just an assassin guy camping in a corner the whole time waiting. I actually have to run up there, get that assassin perk. And then right after you get the assassin, you will move into the actual specialist package, which will allow you to better yourself, become a little overpowered, you could think of, because you have all the proficiencies for that gun. You have all the perks, and especially if you get some of the perks pro. I went out and specifically got Recon Pro just to try to go for MOABs, and I'm going to tell you, Recon Pro is underrated. You get that thing pro, if you shoot a guy and marks him on the map, like the Blackbird, I guess you could say from Black Ops, like he stays lit up on the map, and he is a triangle. So I went out and I got Recon Pro, and it made a world of a difference. Now if I shoot a guy, I don't have to worry about him trying to take another route to flank me. I can see exactly where he's at, which is really helpful. So what I'm going to do is, more than likely, I'm going to try to start getting all the perks pro and then attempting a MOAB. This will probably be best for when I'm more than likely 10th prestige. I am 6th prestige right now. I just prestiged last night, so I'm going to have to start trying to get some of those pro again. I'm definitely going to try to aim to get Recon Pro. Getting Recon Pro is actually fairly easy. Don't use stun grenades when you're going to go and try to paint the opponent. Use flash, because what happens if you throw it up in the air, it doesn't have to wait till it hits the ground to go off. If you throw it in the air, it will go off, and it could paint more enemies rather than just the stun hitting the ground and maybe getting one or two. Grenades I really can't help you with, because they're going to paint whatever's in the area. C4, maybe it'll do better, but I couldn't really tell you. But Recon Pro is a definite if you want to feel as if you're getting a lot of help when going for these MOABs. Now, Blast Shield Pro, yeah, it's a little bit effective. That way you don't get killed by grenades all the time, because sometimes you'll run into different situations where the enemy is spamming grenades at you, and you more likely will die. I know I've come into many positions where I've tried to push the enemy spawn a little bit and get hit with 3 grenades, and I get blown up really fast. Also, Assassin Pro, God, I don't like to say this, but it'll help you if you're in the specialist package. That way you can actually keep your radar on at all times, whether the enemy will EMP you or throw up a counter UAV. It's really helpful. Just try to get all the perks pro if you're going to use the specialist package. It's really helpful. That's what I use. Now the gun I'm using in this gameplay is the MP7 Silenced. I'm using kick, and I've got to say this weapon is really effective up to a certain range. About after medium, the damage actually drops off quite a bit, and it's going to take you more likely twice the amount of bullets I've found to kill a person. So if you're going to use this gun, try to stay within the range capabilities that it has. Don't try to take out someone with like an assault rifle who has longer distance that will have the upper hand on you. If you get into situations like that, pull back, try to get out of there, go towards somewhere else where there's enemies located, but don't try to take on the guy unless you're sure, you're absolutely positive you can take him out. Because if you can't take him out, you're going to lose the chance of getting your MOAB. Now, the secondary I'm using was the MP9 Akimbo. Now, I found that the FMG9s are way overpowered, so I really don't like to use them. My own little moral thing, like I refuse to use the Type 95. MP9's dual wield is pretty decent, especially if you throw on steady aim. When you go into like a smaller room and you try to take out many enemies, it is quite effective. But I prefer the actual MP9 Silence. That way I have an actual like submachine gun type backup. That way I'll be able to take out different enemies in different locations fairly fast. So I'm having fun with this series. Still working to get more. I did get the Resistance MOAB redone, so y'all can expect that coming from me here soon. Gameplay's coming up to a close. Just got the MOAB and launched it. I hope you all enjoyed the video. Make sure you hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Other than that, peace out.